What is up, guys? Dashing here, and welcome to Community Universe Mode episode 646, edition number 15 of Supremacy, coming to you for a cheeky Wednesday episode because, of course, this is the final show before this weekend's Ascendant 7 extravaganza. It all begins on Friday with Homebound, and on Saturday, both parts of the grandest stage of them all. Can you feel it? I most certainly can, and we are in for a hell of a show to send us on our way. Not one, not two, but three championship matches right here tonight, and things are gonna get started with the Zero-G Championship up for grabs in a ladder match. Sam Valentine, Jason Spade, and champion DRH. A perfect test for all three of these men who are going to be a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Will be joined by 5 other men, regardless of the outcome of this match here. Whomever is champion, it won't impact what goes down this Saturday at the Show of Shows, where one of these 3 men could very well become Mr. Money in the Bank and earn a world championship match anytime, anywhere. But in the moment, they're going to be focused on climbing that ladder, and instead of a briefcase, unhooking that Zero-G Championship that will hang high above the ring. International Championship going to be defended as Chris Proudfoot defends against Angelo Babos, and the record-setting reign of Walter Belay is in jeopardy. Tonight, guys, he can make history and tie Ryan Kent for most championship defenses of any title in CMV history. He's currently at 8. Ryan Kent's record is 9. And who does he defend it against tonight? None other than the fire starter himself, baby. Ryan Kent versus Walter Belay for the Anarchy Championship. And what a main event. The SNS Connection, Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton against their Ascendance opponents, Brett Angel and Bob Luger. Whew! It's going to be a good one, fellas. These 3 superstars getting a first-hand experience as to what will be coming their way at Ascendant 7 as a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's going to be chaos as per the usual when it comes to Money in the Bank ladder matches. You can't ask for much better preparation than this, but depending on how the night goes down for these 3, may impact them heading into Money in the Bank. Sam Valentine, a former light heavyweight champion, been on a roll as of late, finally starting to get back on track. The CMV veteran is no stranger to ladder matches. He's got that experience factor, no doubt about it. But he is going to be the slowest of these 3. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with Jason Spade and DRH, so he may have to use his superior size here. How he does that, we'll find out in only a few minutes. If you don't know how a ladder match is played out, what have you been living under a rock your entire life? The rules are pretty simple. No pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts or disqualifications. The only way to win is to set up a ladder in the ring, climb it, and unhook whatever hangs above. Tonight, it's the Zero-G Championship. This Saturday, it'll be the Money in the Bank briefcase. And here comes a man that has been at odds with DRH these last couple of months. It was only a few weeks ago that he defeated the Zero-G champion in a 2 out of 3 falls match, beat him 2-0, and then afterwards struck him with a ladder. What goes around comes around, as they say. Jason Spade had a previous shot to become Zero-G champion. He let it slip through his fingers. Will the same happen tonight? Jason Spade, one of the favorites to win Money in the Bank this Saturday. And last but most certainly not least, the champion. And a defense where he doesn't even have to be involved in the decision. There is no decision really in a ladder match. It's whoever is quick enough to get up that ladder and unhook the championship, they become champion. And obviously you see the title not around his waist because it's already hanging above the ring. But this is exactly the kind of match that suits someone like DRH. They don't call him Speedy for nothing. Bit of an underdog heading into Money in the Bank, but I don't believe he should be. The Season 1 veteran, returning a few months ago after a 2-year hiatus, and soon after knocked off Shaquan Shea to become only the second ever Zero-G champion. So here we go. Zero-G championship hangs in the balance, literally. Ladders around the ringside area. Sam Valentine, Jason Spade, and champion DRH. Who's going to walk into Ascension 7 as the Zero-G champion? The Dream. Jason Spade and Speedy. Let's get it on. Sam Valentine and DRH going to meet in the middle of the ring. Jason Spade hanging back, going to immediately collect the ladder. Spade's not playing around. He's obviously got a strategy. He doesn't want to risk any sort of injury because while the Zero-G championship means a great deal to these three men, becoming Mr. Money in the Bank gotta mean more. It guarantees you a future world title match anytime, anywhere. And Spade doesn't want to have any sort of injury walking into the grandest stage of them all. Sam Valentine taking care of DRH, sets his sights on Spade now. Clothesline to take him down. A ladder set up perfectly. Valentine scaling the rungs. Is this one going to be over already? Valentine has his hands on the Zero-G championship. DRH is taking that long nap. DRH is trying. Spade's going to help them together. They're able to push the ladder out from under Valentine, who's still hanging on as DRH and Spade now battle. Electric chair. By Spade. DRH trying to take the ladder himself. Champion recovers as Spade utilizing the no disqualification rule to choke out the Dream standing shooting star press and a kick to the back. That just seems to get under the skin of Jason Spade, though, who has no love for DRH. Single boot to the chest, going to send Valentine to the outside, at least for the moment. He's taken care of, and Spade is able to focus on Speedy, tying up the legs, wrenching back on the arms, curb stomping him face first into the mat. But the champion bounces back out of nowhere with a hurricanrana. Up to a vertical base, spinning soul kick, gets caught. Springboard! My God! That was one of the nastiest cutters I have ever seen in my days of calling CMV action. Follows it up with that patented double boot stomp. Dude, the way DRH landed on his neck, and then the Landsberg lobotomy to Valentine. Taking out both of his adversaries in quick succession. Jason Spade has cleared the ring, sets up the ladder. Is Spade going to become the new Zero-G champion? DRH valiantly to his feet. Spade has already made it to the top, though. I don't know if DRH is going to be strong enough, but he is. Now Spade on the receiving end of an electric chair. DRH, ladder in hand. Valentine just in the nick of time, though. Taking the champion by the back of his neck. Slingshot from the ropes into the ladder. Non-content is the former light heavyweight champion, though. Irish whipping DRH past the ladder into the corner. And the Dream saying, come on. I'm ready to go. He's feeling good. As I mentioned before, he's been on a winning streak. Setting up what could be the Dream Shadow, but look at how smart Jason Spade is. Valentine has no idea that Spade has scaled the ladder. Hands on the championship. The Dream with the Shatterer. But while he's doing that, Jason Spade, I do believe, has the championship. Valentine still hasn't noticed. And Jason Spade is the new Zero-G champion. Just like that is how quickly a ladder match can come to an end. Valentine had no idea. He thought Spade was still down on the outside. But Spade snuck back in, climbed the ladder, and with the heist of the century is the new Zero-G champion. There you see Valentine hitting the Dream Shatterer, oblivious to the fact that he was pretty much playing defense for Spade. And if Spade can do that this Saturday, he'll also become Mr. Money in the Bank. Valentine going to be beating himself up, I'm sure, but he has a chance to bounce back at a sentence 7 for now. Spade going to celebrate. Much deserved. That is one way to get a show started. No doubt about it. Congratulations to Jason Spade. But coming up next, and still with 2 more title matches to come tonight, it is a rivalry that's reached a tipping point. Dada and Ozone set to go one-on-one before they both compete in the 4th annual Slick B Memorial Battle Royal this Saturday at Ascendant 7, which is, of course, to crown the inaugural CMV Internet Champion. It was Ozone who, a few weeks back, actually challenged Dada to a match at Ascendance, but Dada said, why wait until Ascendance, and took the fight to Ozone. A couple of weeks ago, he was set to have a match against DRH, but Dada attacked the former now Zero-G champion backstage, threw him out onto the stage, and then she and Ozone just went at it in a hellacious brawl. Things starting between these two, though, when they debuted on the very same night. And Dada hiring the fighting man, Kyle Ross, to take out Ozone, later stating on Twitter that she did so because she didn't want some freak in a mask overshadowing her historic arrival to CMV, becoming the first ever female to compete amongst the men. And where Kyle Ross failed, Dada looks to succeed tonight. The last time these two went one-on-one last month, Dara was victorious, but you can attribute that to the fact that Kyle Ross got involved. Hopefully the same won't be said tonight, and things can finally be settled between these two. The Daredevil, whose only loss in CMV today is to Dara. He looks to right that wrong here tonight on Supremacy. Both of these two gotta be favorites heading into the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal. You never know what can happen, especially in that type of match. 20 superstars all vying to become the inaugural CMV Internet Champion in the name of Slick B. But tonight isn't about that for these two. It's about draining the bad blood. Dada, Ozone, Mono, E-Mono as referee Tyson rings the bell again. I don't know if Mono means man. I assume it does. I keep forgetting that every time Dara has a match. I end up saying Mono, E-Mono. Collar and elbow tie-up, and I am a bit shocked that we get a clean break there with how much heat there is between these two. Gets out of the front headlock, barrels over Ozone. There's no doubt about it that Dada is going to have the strength advantage between these superstars. Ozone going to have her beat when it comes to that speed and agility, though. We see it come into play right here. Tilt-the-world DDT. Incredible. Both of these individuals coming off victories last week on Aftermath. Dada dispatching a Travis Fuller while Ozone won a fatal 4-way elimination match. Dropkick didn't get all of it, but enough. Dada's down, that's what counts. Soccer ball kick gets evaded. Punch in the back of the head. Tries for maybe a snapmare of some kind. There's the drop kick. Got 100% of it on that try. Grabbing Dada by the hair, leaned up against the ropes, kick to the back of the knee. I mean, there's no denying that Dada coming to CMV is historic. The very first ever female to compete within the men's division. Dada, I guess, jealous that Ozone was getting so much fanfare and coming to CMV. Wanted to make sure that he was taken out right off the bat by Kyle Ross, but Ross didn't have much success against Ozone. Deadlift, gut wrench, suplex into a lateral press. Doesn't even get a 1 count, though. Bit of a delay by referee Tyson on getting into the count, but from side control, we just get some closed fists to the face. And now stomps one after the other to the chest. That ruthlessness that makes Dada such a force to be reckoned with. She only has 1 loss in her CMV career as well, and that was to Mike Kirch in a submission match. She's still unpinned. Clothesline out of the ring. Ozone not going to give her any sort of time to rest up. Collar and elbow tie-up, pushed back into the steel steps, tries to get off the kick to the ribs. Nice sweep and a standing moonsault by the Daredevil. Attempting that stomp, Dada makes her way back into the ring, forcing Ozone to chase after her. Ooh, and a Sambo salt. Grabbing Ozone by the arms and just launching him overhead. That's a maneuver you really don't see often. Just shows the level of training that Dada has. Dabbling in a little bit of everything. Making her lethal in that ring. Taking a step back, I'm wondering what exactly her strategy is here. Just looking at the downed Ozone. Maybe trying to line him up. Ozone to his feet. Snap vertical suplex. Stomp to the back of the head. And a knee. Very easily could have caved his skull in. No remorse. Look at these punches, and they're slamming him. Face first into the canvas, shoots the half, lateral press. This time gets a 1 count. Another show of strength by the Man-Eater, but Ozone may be down, however, not out. Arm drag. Hastily picking Dada up to her feet. Face first off the top turnbuckle. Ozone can't afford to hold back. And he definitely isn't. 11 times he just smashed Dara face first off that top turnbuckle. Look at that victory roll. 1, 2. Tried to catch Dara off guard and almost did. A millisecond to spare, but Dara may not be out of the woods yet. Double axe handle. Pushing into Dara. Clothesline gets ducked. Flying clothesline. Dara picks herself up just to back into the corner. I don't know if that's the place she wants to be, fighting out of it. Hook to the jaw, kick to the midsection. That'll take the air right out of you. And we've seen this before from Ozone. Don't blink, you'll miss it. What a combination, capped off with that clothesline. Doesn't seem intent on trying to go for the pin. Knowing her surroundings, Dara rolls to the outside, keeping her chances alive. Big boot to the chest. Referee Tyson begins his count, spinning back fist kick to the knee. The striking aptitude of Ozone cannot be rivaled, especially by Dada here. She's having trouble keeping up. The only time she's been dominant in this match. Whoa! Military press attempted by Dada on the outside. Ozone countered it into a DDT, busting the man-eater wide open. 6. And the Daredevil returning to the ring. 7. Beckoning Dara to rejoin him in the ring if she has what it takes. And credit where it's due. Not giving in. Inverted atomic drop, spreads the legs. Drop kick. Where the sun don't shine. Ozone on the prowl. Goes for the outer layer, but Dada reverses. Tries to take advantage, walking that barrage of forearm smashes, and just like that, the Dominator. 1, 2, but somehow, someway, Ozone digging down deep to keep himself alive. May just be a matter of time at this point. Something has to give between these two. Ozone rolling through, hoisting Dada up onto his shoulders. Air raid siren, neck breaker. More and more damage Ozone does to the neck of Dada, the less chance he has of winning this match if Ozone can get off the outer layer. She attempted before, unsuccessfully smashed into the announce table. Ever since the bell rang, man, even if you don't know anything about these two, haven't watched their previous encounters, you can tell that there's just a hatred shared between them. They're giving it everything they've got, refusing to give the other any sort of satisfaction. Flapjack. Referee Tyson checking on Dara, making sure that she can even continue. That blood still dripping from her forehead after that DDT on the outside that left her wide open. Ozone setting Dara up. She's on spaghetti legs. Shotgun drop kick the back of Dara's head. Went right off the middle turnbuckle. Whiplash. Takes a deep breath, finger on the trigger, the outer layer. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? Ozone himself for a second there couldn't believe it. Dada just doesn't stop coming. Ozone keeping her at bay with those drop kicks. And it seems to me like he's beginning to target that forehead area now, specifically the cut, trying to widen it, worsen it. Knee to the ribs, both back into the ring. Full Nelson slam, man. It always surprises me that moves like that don't just put his superstar right through the canvas. Now it's Dada starting to speed up. That second wind. Taking the arm of Ozone. Hoping to shatter every single bone in his body. Wouldn't give it a second thought. Ozone like a ragdoll with that running power slam. Merciless. There's the cross armbar again. Dada doesn't just want to beat Ozone. She wants to humiliate him by forcing him to tap out. Those punches right to the cut, though. Dada has no choice but to release her hold. And Ozone seeming a bit conflicted here. That's going to leave him wide open for Dada to retake control. I understand why he's questioning himself. I mean, at the end of the day, he's made a woman bleed. He's beaten the hell out of a woman, but that same woman not going to show him any sort of kindness, as evident by that face smash off the announce table. And I think Ozone has come to the realization that he can't afford to treat Dada any different. Belly to belly suplex. It might be too late though. The damage may already be done. Again, she's gonna do the running power slam. Into the pin straight away. 1, 2. An astonishing performance by Dada and Ozone. They are leaving everything in that ring. We've seen this before from the Man-Eater. Proving once again that she can't just hang with the man, but she might be stronger than a good lot of them. Stalling vertical suplex. Ozone shaking off those cobwebs early. Stomp down onto the elbow. Tries to pick her up. Dada's ready for him. Takes the arm and snaps her right over the shoulder. Turns around. Fireman's carry waiting. He knows that he's slipping into the deep end. Go behind. Single knee gutbuster. Dada finding it difficult to stay on her own 2 feet. Ozone will not stay down, but he just put himself right in the danger zone. That discus forearm smash, man. 1, 2. What the hell? That's the move that Dara used last time these two faced off to put the Daredevil away. But I guess he's built up a resistance to it. Even though he continues to get out of these cross arm bars, it's only going to be a matter of time before they begin to leave their mark. Dara is bleeding profusely at this point. Attempted pin after that mini pad pull. Splash. Ozone again with the shotgun drop kick. Dada snapping straight up to her feet. Almost walking into another outer layer. Arm drag. Simple but effective. Swinging neck breaker. With everything that he has left, Ozone fighting. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I know what he's going to do here using the ropes. The outer layer. 1, 2. Jeez Louise. Ozone's reaction says it all. He's like, dang. How the hell was that not enough? Samoan drop forwarded, reverse DDT. Dada in frustration, trying to collapse a lung. Full steam ahead. All momentum behind her. Clothesline nearly decapitating Ozone. A third running power slam. 1, 2. I think I have a newfound respect for both of these superstars. I'm no fan of Dada, but one cannot dispute how phenomenal she has been in this match. They are each proving that they have what it takes to be the cream of the crop here in CMV. Dropped onto the top rope, Dada. No issue talking that smack. But it's a rookie mistake. Ozone with the dragon screw gets a jawbreaker. As a response, once more with the single knee. Gut buster. Those guts are certainly busted at this point. Not again. All of the blood rushing to Ozone's head as Dada just holds him up single-handedly. One, two. What is it going to take? That's exactly the question going through Dara's mind as she puts her hands on her head, but she may have the answer. A second Dominator. 1, 2. Hitting the canvas in frustration. Dara is perplexed, and one cannot blame her. Forward! Down into the mat with that headlock driver and a pretty cocky pin by the Daredevil as he puts hands on her midsection. Now he's deciding to throw caution to the wind. Is that so smart this late in the match? No, it is not. May have just cost himself. 1, 2. No. That is why they call it high-risk offense, ladies and gentlemen. Blink of an eye, it can go very well or it can go extraordinarily bad. Dragon screws keep on coming, and so does Ozone. Now he gets busted open. A sharp enough elbow to get through the fabric of his mask. It's got to be even worse when you're wearing a mask and get busted open because there's nowhere for the blood to go. It's smearing all over your face. Michinoku driver perhaps, but Ozone is able to slip free and drop down behind. Clothesline. Taking the man-eater off her feet. That split-legged body splash. Showing his acrobatics. I think we all know just how agile Ozone is at this point in his CMV career, though. He should focus more on doing something like this. Another air raid siren neck breaker. That's the type of move that can leave a lasting impact on a superstar, but as I said before, Ozone can't afford to hold back. Reverse chinlock middle of the ring. We're getting a good shot of Dada's face, man. Blood covering pretty much the entirety of her forehead, dripping down into her eyes, beginning to seep into her mouth. Whoa, man. That was a very quick hip toss. Tried to combo it. Soccer ball kick, escaping that torture rack form. Smash to the midsection. Back elbow, Vidara's quicker snap, vertical suplex. Ozone catching his leg off of that middle rope. Whoa! Ozone out of nowhere with a small package. 1, 2. Proving just how dangerous he can be, even when it seems like he is on his last leg. Heavy Irish whip. Dada ricocheting out of the corner, but able to get off a clothesline. Refusing to stay down. Dada hammering away with these overhands. Off the ropes. Reels him in for that swinging neck breaker. A stomp to the head, I guess, just because why not? She can. Oh, no, no, no. Ozone does not want to be here. The discus forearm smash. Lucky if his jaw isn't hanging on by a thread. 1, 2, 3. Dara victorious after an onslaught. What a match. My God, these two just beat the holy hell out of each other. Hang on, no, 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 Dara, it's enough. You two just went to war. You won. You proved you're the better person, but come on, this is just a disgusting display. This is not becoming of a CMV superstar. Ozone defenseless. Well, it seems as though Dara just wanted to make it absolutely clear to everybody watching and everyone in that locker room what she is willing to do to prove she is the best, man. An extra match with a disappointing display afterwards. Certainly hope Ozone is okay. And Dara, for that matter, even though I don't appreciate what she just did. Got to get that cut looked at, but up next, my fine feathered friends. It is a match personally requested by Harvey Hastings, his last ever Supremacy match. We all know that this Saturday at Ascendant 7, he has his last ever CMV match at Ascendant 7 against his own son, his kin, Stefan. But the history between these two goes back over a year. They spent a whole lot of last season battling each other. Who can forget their clash inside of Hell in a Cell for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship at Final Stand? Well, tonight, Perry Heenan is looking to send the assassin packing. And with the tear he has been on as of late, the Pitbull, not going to be sentimental, never the sentimental type. Set to take part in the Money in the Bank ladder match at the grandest stage of them all. Perry Heenan, an odds-on favorite to leave Ascendant 7 as Mr. Money in the Bank. At least in my eyes, he's the biggest of the lot. We kind of talking about that last week. Will that benefit him? You'd think straight off the bat that somebody quicker will have the better chance, but we've seen in the past someone the stature of Perry Heenan come out on top in ladder match scenarios. The last time these two ever went one-on-one was that Hell in a Cell match I previously referenced, but that was far from the only time these two were pitted against each other, man. I don't even remember how many times they clashed. I just remember how many times Perry Heenan tapped out Harvey Hastings with how many different submission maneuvers. So Harvey Hastings on his last night here on Supremacy, maybe looking to settle that old score, prove once and for all that he is the better between he and Perry Heenan. Harvey Hastings has also been racking up them dubs. Paul Devon at Purgatory last week defeated Dante Tatum. But where is his mind at, knowing that this Saturday he'll stand across the ring from his own son, his flesh and blood, in his retirement match? Where is his mind at on any given night? They don't call him a psychopath for nothing. That's one of the big reasons Harvey Hastings is retiring, because his mental state just continuing to deteriorate, along with all of the injuries he's incurred, the battles he's had, not just in wrestling, but former German Special Forces. Harvey Hastings is a dangerous man, even when he's at his worst, and he definitely is not right now. So here we go, Perry Heenan, selected by Harvey Hastings himself. Jay Dynamite said to Harvey earlier this week, would you prefer anybody, to face on Supremacy at your last night with the company before Ascendance? And out of everybody, he said, I want the Pitbull. Dragon screw and a kick to the chest, but Perry Heenan going to show him how it's done. Following up with one of his own. Kick straight to the face. Grabs that hair. Jawbreaker, putting some distance between the two. Since the last time these two clashed, Perry Heenan has gotten a lot bigger. It's almost like he's mutated. Whoa! Harvey Hastings going for a Hurricane Rana, I have to believe, but Perry Heenan had another idea in mind, turning it into a sit-out power bomb, and that's how well these two know each other, even though it's been over a year since the last time they clashed. Almost exactly a year, as a matter of fact. Just a little bit over. Now some elbows to the inside of the leg. See, Heenan knows that Harvey Hastings is a speedster. May try to go off the top rope with the Blitzkrieg Shooting Star Press. Harvey Hastings may be regretting his decision to face Perry Heenan here tonight. Okay, he definitely missed that dropkick, perhaps clipping Heenan on the way down. Big man takes a tumble, snap, vertical suplex, struggling to get Heenan up, and a knee down to the top of the head, trying to get past him, rolling it back into the ring. The last thing Heenan wants is for his momentum to hit a brick wall heading into Money in the Bank. Enzu Lariat. Coming up next, guys, here on Supremacy Episode 15, the final show before this weekend's Ascendant 7 event. International Championship will be on the line when Angelo Bobbitt challenges Chris Proudfoot. Let's not forget the Anarchy Championship to also be decided could be history in the making as Walter Blade defends against Ryan Kent. And a star-studded main event will see Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton take on Brett Angel and Bob Luger after the sit-out Uranagi. Perry Heenan looking for the downtime powerbomb, but just as Heenan knows him, Hastings likewise saw it coming. These two are a bit off their game. They keep clipping each other, not getting the full effect of their intended maneuvers. And pushing Harvey into the ropes, only to use them as a weapon, sending the assassin flying back towards the center of the ring. And as I said before, the tale between these two has always been about who the better submission artist is. Heenan gonna drudge up those old feelings of competition by attempting that cloverleaf super kick, form smash, and another sit out Uranagi this time goes for the pin right after. 1, 2. By the skin of his teeth. Harvey Hastings gets out of that one. You know, he'd love to end his time here in CMV with a victory over Perry Heenan, someone who's really haunted his career. But just like that, Harvey Hastings all the way up and back down again. Heenan sees the opening. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, Perry Heenan, not the sentimental type. And look at saying, see you later, Harvey. Thanks for picking me. Enjoy retirement. Perry Heenan proving yet again that even over a year later, he's still the better man. Now Harvey Hastings, once he wakes up, looking down the sights at his own son this Saturday in his last ever CMV match. That's going to be an emotional one, but for Perry Heenan, it could be the biggest night of his career if he scales that ladder and becomes Mr. Money in the Bank. Our second of 3 championship matches tonight, guys. Gonna go down up next as Chris Proudfoot defends his international championship against Angelo Babos. We kick things off. Jason Spade becoming the brand new 0G champion. And still to come, Walter Valle defends his Anarchy championship against Ryan Kent. What could be yet another history-making night for the Machine, the Eliminator. But first, Angelo Babos been butting heads with Chris Proudfoot really ever since the Elimination Chamber, where Chris Proudfoot became the new international champion. We saw these two go one-on-one, the Supremacy after, and it was Braxton Sutter who emerged as the new disciple of Chris Proudfoot, attacking Babos during the match, allowing Proudfoot to put him away. But a couple of weeks ago, Babos and friends were able to defeat God's Chosen in a 6-man tag team match, earning Babos this shot at the title tonight. Both these superstars are part of Money in the Bank this Saturday at Ascendant 7. Who is going to walk into the grandest stage of them all as champion? But it seems like Proudfoot is not going to be coming out here alone, and Angelo Babos does not have Valentine and Spade to back him up like he did a couple of weeks ago. If he's going to win tonight, it's going to be against the odds, but Babos has defied the odds before. Oh, we got a tweet here, guys, from Josh Wolf that says, contract signing is tonight. Since we can't fight each other, Reese, I've got a better idea. Dude, the contract signing between Josh Wolf and Reese Ortiz for their unsanctioned match at Ascendant 7 goes down after tonight's main event with their no contact clause in effect. I'm very interested to see what exactly is going to unfold just a few days before they clash. Angelo Babos been in CMV a little bit over a year now. And in that time has scratched and clawed his way trying to get to championship gold, numerous shots at the Anarchy Championship, 2 elimination chambers, but it has just never been Babos' night. Not for lack of trying. But Angelo Babos tonight looking to become international champion. Will God's light perhaps shine on him? You got to admire the fact that he's even coming out here knowing that Chris Proudfoot won't be alone. But of course he's not going to let a chance like this pass him by. Proudfoot walking in the light of his Lord, and you may not agree with his views or certainly his tactics, but one really can't argue the fact that Chris Proudfoot has been on another level these last few months. Never more clear than inside of the Elimination Chamber when he bested 5 other men to leave as international champion. Says he's going to walk into Ascendant 7 the same and out as Mr. Money in the Bank as well. And there you see Joey Diaz on the left, the massive Braxton Sutter on the right, falling under the influence of God's chosen. There was a rival faction called Dawkins Chosen. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Proudfoot. He's always forgetting his championship. Doesn't really have much of a choice here, though. It is on the line. And wherever he's hiding it, it will be found if he loses. I guess he just wants to make sure it's kept safe. He knows all the heathens that are about here at CMV. Doesn't want anybody getting some ideas to steal it from him. Commit that ultimate sin. Here we go, Angelo Babos looking for his first taste of CMV gold. Babos, surprisingly enough, I didn't expect this, is highly voted by many in the CMV universe to leave Ascendant 7 as Mr. Money in the Bank. Hellish put it himself during his review of the Ascendant's Day 1 card. He thinks it's Babos' time. He's put in the work. Now he's just got to go a little bit further. Proudfoot's first championship defense, hands it off to referee Tyson, who shows it to Babos. Babos not taking his eyes off of Proudfoot, though. Babos, Proudfoot International Championship. And here we go, collar elbow tie-up right into a side headlock. And a takedown by Babos. Now, Babos is a fighter through and through. You do not want to start exchanging blows with Angelo Babos. But Proudfoot might very well be one of the craftiest individuals on the entire Supremacy roster. He can come at you with that surprising athleticism of his. Will we get a clean break? Yeah, Tyson getting between these two. Not wanting to risk a disqualification. Proudfoot does have that champion's advantage. He can retain via count out or disqualification. Babos cannot win the same. And I would not put it past Chris Proudfoot to try and end this match with one of those two ways. Fujiwara armbar by Angelo Babos. These two starting slowly into a hammerlock. Ooh! Knee to the elbow. That looked like it hurt. Oh, show. Trip up. An early cloverleaf attempt here by the international champion. Babos reaching out to Joey Diaz and Braxton Sutter, I don't think they're going to be any help to you. Try to go for a throat thrust, overhand punch by Proudfoot. Goes low, double leg takedown, trying to break through those defenses. Babos doing a very good job of keeping his hands up, though. And I don't think a single one of those punches got through. Kick to the knee. Both guys clipping each other. Drop down, reverse DDT, making sure to slap the pec on the way down. What we saw last time these two went at it. Angelo Babos with those suplexes. Another armbar, Joey Diaz. Braxton Sutter stalking the ringside area. Gotta play some sort of mind games for Angelo Babos. He wants to remain 100% focused, but how can you with the tower that is Braxton Sutter staring daggers at you? The loyal soldier that is Joey Diaz. Off the ropes, kitchen sink. Angelo Babos taking a second, saying, hey, I don't give a single F. Willing to go against those odds. Rage against them. Babos enjoys a good fight. Slaps away that strike. Another double leg takedown, but Proudfoot not going to have any better luck trying to get through those arms of Angelo Babos. Needs to break the defenses. Wear Babos down. Elbow to the side of the head. Butterfly suplex. So far, this is going much different than their last encounter did. Proudfoot largely dominated, and just as Babos was starting to make a comeback, that's when Braxton Sutter came out and chokeslammed him damn near through the mat, which allowed Proudfoot to pin Babos, win the match. Deep arm drag, Babos. Maybe it's kind of a sense of relief, Babos knowing where Diaz and Sutter are. I didn't think about it that way. Oh, Babos! We've seen that many times before from him. Giving Chris Proudfoot a face-first meeting with the middle turnbuckle, but there's Joey Diaz. Where's Braxton Sutter? I think he's just out of frame. Oh man, his size could disappear. Babos gonna go for the pin now, but Joey Diaz distracting referee Tyson. Babos has no choice but to ease up. Babos just gonna let his anger towards Chris Proudfoot manifest as he turns that top turnbuckle into a weapon. And from the corner, Angelo Babos, I thought he was going to try for that buzzsaw kick of his. He likes to call the kill shot. Changing things up. Capture suplex. Now he goes to the corner, but Joey Diaz just tossed in a steel chair. I don't think referee Tyson has seen it yet, but I don't think it really matters. Chris Proudfoot doesn't look like he's in any sort of shape. The kill shot on the money, couldn't connect any cleaner. Are we going to have a new international champion Diaz again? Are you kidding me? Now at this point, referee Tyson's got to freaking realize what's going on and get these two the hell out of here, or at least Joey Diaz. Spinning slow kicking. Yes, our official has got a mind about him. Joey Diaz has been ejected, but Chris Proudfoot clipping the referee as he went for that clothesline on Angelo Babos. I do not like the ref being down. That steel chair is still lying ominously on the mat. And don't forget, Braxton Sutter is still out here. Steel chair has been dispatched. Chris Proudfoot attempting to lift Babos up into a fireman's carry position. Knee to the ribs, caught, elbow down onto the knee, arm drag. Babos just will not surrender. He just keeps coming and coming and coming, relentless. Chris Proudfoot can't handle even all those interferences by Joey Diaz. Not amounting to much, at least not at the moment. Babos gassing himself out, needs to begin pacing himself. The later stage of this match. International Championship on the line. Irish whip. Babos on the rebound. Proudfoot just freaking chucking him into the air. And again, and this is what we call playing with your food. Chris Proudfoot showing the utmost disrespect to Babos as now he gouges at his eye. And coming up from behind, Babos with a punch to the back of the head, stomp to the quad. Proudfoot taking him for a ride back, suplex crunching his neck off the canvas, a sickening noise. And there's the Claymore just like that. Proudfoot says enough is enough. 1, 2, 3. Chris Proudfoot is still international champion. He can thank his disciple Joey Diaz for that. Because Babos had Proudfoot beat. He hit the kill shot, probably had the 3 count, but now we'll never know because of Joey Diaz. Hang on, what the hell is this? Babos? Wait a minute! Wait a minute! What the hell is Babos? What is this? Angelo Babos conceding? Why would he do that, though? Has Chris Proudfoot infected the mind of yet another CMV superstar? Chris Proudfoot extending the olive branch, and it looks like Angelo Babos has accepted the invitation. If you can't beat him, join him is what they say. Coming up next, guys, here on Supremacy, episode 15, after that shocking revelation by Angelo Babos accepting the light of God as presented to him by Chris Proudfoot. Still to come, the Anarchy Championship will be decided. Could be another history-making night for Walter Belay as he puts the title up for grabs against Ryan Kent. And in our main event, the S&S Connection, Bay, Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton against Brett Angel and Bob Luger. Could not even imagine a more star-studded matchup than that. But first, we have got Zach Angel going up against, without a shadow of a doubt, his toughest challenge yet, and the former undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, Reese Matthews. Both of these superstars have got their own fights looming at Ascendant 7. Zach Angel, of course, will be locked inside of the steel cage opposite Alistair Knox, while Reese Matthews is going to be taking on Marvelous Marvin. And it has been a long, winding road between Angel and Knox that leads to Ascendant 7, the unbeaten Angel of Death, has made Alistair Knox's life a living hell. Saying Alistair Knox is not to be feared. He is a mere man, but I am the true Grim Reaper of CMV. And he'll have his chance to prove that once and for all at the grandest stage of them all. I'll say this much, every single time Zach Angel enters the arena, I get chills up and down my spine and goosebumps all over my arms. And when Reese Matthews enters an arena, I sigh, as I think the collective CMV universe does. It gets to a point where enough is enough. I tried my best to stay positive about Reese Matthews, but, by the way, where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay. For a second, I got happy. I thought he wasn't coming out here. I mean, I like Reese Matthews. He's a great in-ring performer, but how long can you hold on to the past? You're a former world champion. That was 2 years ago. Something's got to change. I mean, it's not just me. Even Reese Matthews seems to be realizing, fidgeting on his way to the ring, not his usually bubbly self. Nobody feels as strongly about that point more than Marvelous Marvin, who for weeks has been calling Reese Matthews out on social media, saying he's washed up, he's a thing of the past, and at a sentence he's going to put him down once and for all, a mercy kill, if you will, the total package. Zach Angel isn't showing any mercy. He is coming out swinging. Reese attempted to fight back. Take all that into consideration and then add the fact that Reese Matthews hasn't even been doing well in the ring. And when's the last time Reese Matthews won a match? I don't know. Do any of you? I legitimately do not know the last time that Reese Matthews won a match. Loss after loss after loss. It just gives you nothing to look forward to about Reese Matthews. You don't like his personality, and you can't even get behind his in-ring ability. Not anymore. Kicks out the knee. Reese Matthews with the rear end. Unlike someone like Zach Angel is going to appreciate that very much. Not the kind of guy that enjoys joking around. Especially when he's in the ring and that bell has rung. Off the ropes goes Reese Matthews, knee to the side of the head into a Hangman's neckbreaker. Reese Matthews already gassed? The match just started, not even 3 minutes ago. And he has already collapsed down onto one knee. Rail him in, DDT, Zach Angel is retaking that driver's seat with authority. Dragged by the boots to the center of the ring. Neck breaker. Zach Angel into a side headlock, wanting to maintain his upper hand. Side headlock from the standing position by Reese Matthews, but grabbed by the head. Zach Angel just a smidge quicker. And those top turnbuckles are being used very freely tonight by the Supremacy Superstars. This is the third match that we've seen somebody get their face rearranged. Throws out a hook. Reese Matthews. Ooh, goes behind. First DDT down on the knee and into a Hangman's neckbreaker. Matthews now attempting to stay afloat. Forearm smash, and again ducks a clothesline. I'll still give Reese Matthews this. He has a beautiful spine buster and a pelvic thrust for that matter. Zach Angel in the corner. Not going to find much of a safe haven there. Reese Matthews kicking his face off. No wasted motion. Now this is what I like to see from Reese Matthews. Angel getting turned around. The BFT. Knee to the face. And that discus clothesline. Not beating around the bush. Reese Matthews knows how much he needs this win, but the total package pile driver. Just like that, Zach Angel. Modified STF. Just ripping Reese's head off. Able to fling Angel away. Gets that breathing room, slowly approaching. Angel tosses him overhead with that fireman's carry. Angel knowing how to use that ring in a way that honestly marks him to be one of the superstars to look out for. Somebody like Zach Angel, you know, this young into his CMV career, and you can already tell, you know, it seems like he's been around for years. What the hell? Reese Matthews just hit a Mega Driver. Okay. 1, 2. When is the last time you've seen an Omega Driver? I don't think I've seen one of those since freaking Season 2 when Omega Z hit it. That didn't get the job done, but Reese Matthews is going to give it a second go. Wait, what's that? Look at him, and he's using Zach Angel's finisher, which is the finisher of Alistair Knox. Reese Matthews just stole a stolen finisher. Didn't even have it locked in for a second, though, before Angel was able to escape. What does that tell you? Nobody can do it like Alistair Knox. Drop the sternum first on that top rope. Matthews skating by, but that's not going to work against someone like Zach Angel, so diabolical. Stomps the back of the head, rolling neck snap. Spinning soul kick, Irish whip by Angel. Reese off the ropes, calf kick. One more time. Reese not staying down. Gets sucked into that rotation neckbreaker. Angel gonna show Reese how it's done. Omega Driver. I haven't seen one in like 3 years, and now we get 2 of them in one match. 1, 2, 3, and who can really be surprised? Reese Matthews loses. Zach Angel victorious. Although I will say, Reese Matthews had me for a minute there. But instead of actually trying to win the match, he decided to try and beat Zach Angel with his own move. And that's what's wrong with current day Reese Matthews. Goddamn shame. And whoo, Nelly, are you guys ready for this one? Our co-main event here on Supremacy, episode 15, still to come. Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton taking on Brett Angel and Bob Luger. But first, the CMV Anarchy Championship is on the line. It could be yet another historic night in the career of the Machine, the Eliminator, Walter Relay, who has already set the record for longest reigning Anarchy Champion of all time. Most defenses as Anarchy Champion. But if he retains tonight, he will tie the record for most defenses of any championship in CMV history, which is currently 9, held by none other than the man that Walter Relay defends his title against tonight, Ryan Kent. The Firestarter. Walter Relay is going to have to beat the man who holds the record in order to tie it, and then go on to try and break it and create even further history. This is going to be a good one. 2 fighting men clashing. Anything goes for the Anarchy Championship. One may wonder what kind of condition Ryan Kent is in after the wars he's had with Andrew Briggs this last month, but Briggs is not here tonight. He's recuperating, trying to get as well rested as he can before he and Kent throw down a Chicago street fight this Saturday, because last week Ryan Kent threw Andrew Briggs into a van in the parking lot, right into the windshield. This is yet another insane brawl between these two. Ryan Kent doesn't have to have eyes in the back of his head tonight, though. It's the very first championship he ever held in CMV, besides the Unmatched World Championship, obviously. That Anarchy title. Ever since then, became Mr. Money in the Bank, World Champion, Tag Team Champion, International Champion, Alpha World Champion, Light Heavyweight Champion, and that is the title where he set the record for most championship defenses of any title in CMV history, 9. And let's not forget, also a former United States champion. Ryan Kent is out to keep his record protected tonight, as the Machine, the Eliminator, has spent nearly the entirety of this season dominating the Anarchy Championship division, knocking down some of the absolute best. 8 defenses. Walter Lay ain't even far off from tying Brian Novak for longest single championship reign in CMV history. Novak, who held the European title for 10 months. Belay nipping at the heels of him, too. But that may all be stopped dead in its tracks here tonight. CMV Anarchy Championship on the line as such. It's anything goes. Great preparation for Ryan Kent, who again this Saturday at Ascendant 7 faces Andrew Briggs in a Chicago street fight. Will he enter that match as Anarchy Champion? They'll make sure that his name stays in the record books. Walter Belay, one of the toughest SOBs I've ever seen come through the doors of CMV. Talk about a meteoric rise coming up from NGW towards the start of this season, and has not looked back. Currently one half of the Unified World Tag Team Champions as well, and at Ascendant 7, he and his partner Gary Reed defended those titles against the Silly Bros in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Culmination of months and months battles between those two teams, but the only thing Belay can focus on tonight is that championship and that man, Ryan Kent, Walter Belay, for the CMV Anarchy Championship. Referee Tyson rings the bell, and Kent comes out, attempts a flying knee, gets the clothesline off though. Misses the stop. Belay right back to his feet, goes for a shot to the midsection, gets a knee to the gut though. Clothesline into a stun gun. Bam, bam, bam. Firing off without even a second to think about it. Lifting Kent up. Headbutt. Seated position. Kick to the back. Kent takes it like a man. Belly to belly suplex. Gets off that shot to the jaw. Single leg takedown. Inside of the 5-man. That'll do some damage to your groin. Whoa! Belay! In the blink of an eye. Blocking Ryan Kent in this triangle choke. Walter Belay, a deadly, deadly, deadly submission expert. Kent has got to know that. I know Kent to be a smart man. He did his homework. He fully realizes who he's up against tonight. Ryan Kent's got that veteran's edge, though. And even though Walter Belay can throw hands, I think Kent may even have him beat in that regard as well. Face first off the announce table. And again, because why not? Worked so well the first time. Back into the ring. Even though this is anything goes, pinfall or submission can only occur in the ring. That will not be the case this Saturday when Ryan Kent takes on Andrew Briggs. Chicago street fight. It's Falls Count Anywhere. Ryan Kent flung across the ring by his throat. No choice but to retreat momentarily and catch his breath, but Walter Belay not going to allow him to do that. Elbows to the midsection, one after the other. You know, and vice versa. Walter Belay. Now I see him in the back. Oh, steel chair. Ryan Kent second guesses himself though. Throws down the chair, decides against it. I don't know why that is, but it's his life. I won't tell him how to live it. Good news for Belay anyway. I'm sure he would not mind skipping a steel chair shot to the head. Thrown into the corner again. First pinfall attempt of the match. Only gets a 1 count. Headbutt, but an elbow is there to meet him. Belay stunned for just a second, but that's all the time that Kent needs. Clotheslines him into the corner. Grabs him by the beard. And Kent with a pendulum backbreaker. And a second one. Now where is he going? I guess that hesitation from before has fully left him. What's he going to bring out from under the ring? A metal bat. Attempts to ram it into the chest of Belay, but it backfires, and Kent is the one who's on the receiving end. Oh, boy. I don't think that tickles. Chops away in the hand, though, does Kent. Hang on. Oh my God, I thought he was going, what the, lung blower? I thought he was going for the Kent Clash for a minute. I don't think that was any better though. Double knees to the spine, and this is where Kent becomes almost impossible to stop. That never-ending assault. Just big hit after big hit after big hit. Walter Belay endures it though. Modified STF. Wrenching back with the crossface. Able to pry those hands apart. Elbow to the bridge of the nose. Ryan Kent closes in. Big ol' Irish whip gonna send Belay tumbling down to the outside. Have a nice trip and see you next fall. No sort of promised land out here for the Anarchy champion who gets taken for a walk. Ryan Kent taking too much time though. Belay comes back to life, tossing Kent all around the ringside area. These two can stay out here for as long as they want. But once again, the only way they can win this match is by pinfall or submission within the ring. Nice wheel kick by Kent. Kent much more than a one-trick pony. Yeah, he's incredibly strong. Single knee face breaker, vintage Ryan Kent. And that cut right across the forehead of Walter Belay, already pouring the crimson red down his face. These two just won't stop swinging on each other. Since that bell rang, it has been a slugfest. What the hell? Ryan Kent, if he hits this out here, oh my God. He won't only win this match. The Kent Clash that could shave years off of Belay's career. Can he get him back into the ring though? Walter Belay at the mercy of Ryan Kent, who doesn't have intention of getting him into the ring and pinning him. Slams him face first off the steel steps. Belay bleeding like a stuck pig. And Kent finally content, but too little too late, my friend. Walter Belay playing possum, pulling Kent back into a pendulum backbreaker of his own. Arms out wide, Belay says nothing's phasing me. Ryan Kent, just another obstacle. Clothesline out of the ring though. Ryan Kent isn't an obstacle, he's the obstacle of CMV. You want to prove that you have what it takes to cut it in the big leagues. Beating someone like Ryan Kent is the way to do it. Shoots the half, pushing his hand down across the face of Belay, and the veteran with his hands on his hips looking down, maybe realizing that he should have gone for the pin before after hitting the Kent Clash on the outside. Oh! Belay! Forearm smash, turning Kent around into the bitter end. And Ryan Kent just, with a pinch of salt, says, what was that, a gnat or something? A mosquito buzzing around? Just a sinister smile on his face as he begins to pick Belay apart with that joint manipulation. Ryan Kent enjoys this. Belay now, after Kent misses the strike, just left himself wide open, and Belay, what? Ryan Kent just instantaneously got out of the jaws of the Great White. That is one of the very few times anyone has ever escaped that submission, and Ryan Kent did it in about a second. Tornado slam, 1, 2. Oh my God. Kick to the back. Ryan Kent, I think, has just dispatched of Belay's strongest weapon. What can Belay do now? If his Kimura doesn't work, is there anything he can utilize to defeat Kent? Then Ryan Kent's going for a submission now. Rings of Saturn by the challenger, the fire starter, Ryan Mother effing Kent. Will Walter Belay be the one forced to tap, beaten at his very own game? Elbows in bunches. Ryan Kent seeing stars. Back elbow by Belay. Followed up straight away with that enziguri, and Belay is getting desperate at this point. I don't think we have ever seen Walter Belay desperate before. Very close count there. Walter Belay arguing with Ray Tyson. It was so close. Saying that had to have been a 3. Come on, give me a break. Half kick, sidestep, headbutt, jawbreaker. Kick to the midsection, single knee face breaker. Belay is leaking like a faucet now. He is drenched in blood. A couple of stomps for good measure. 1, 2. Hands atop his head. Ryan Kent turns away. Back to the attack, but he gave Belay a precious few seconds. And again, we see that desperation. Belay gets an opening, goes right for the pin, hoping and praying that it'll be enough, but it won't be. And Ryan Kent with a second Kent Clash. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. 1, 2, what? What? Kent beside himself. Now just trying to destroy Walter Belay as he stomps on the bicep, attempting to split his arm into 2 pieces. Belay is looking like a murder victim straight out of the Quentin Tarantino movie. I don't think I've ever seen this much blood come out of somebody before. And the champion is still standing. Northern Light suplex with a bit of a twist. I think we all knew this was going to be Belay's toughest challenge to date. I don't think any of us could have expected it would be this tough, though. One of the absolute best in CMV history. Meeting one of the superstars who has the brightest future here in CMV. Jumping knee while Belay was draped on the apron and looking up at the lights through that blood in his eyes. Ryan Kent just taking his time because he knows that he's got this in the bag. Gingerly into the pin. 1, 2. Belay out of instinct, man. That's the only thing that's keeping him going right now. Instinct. His will to not give in. And a forearm smash. Another bitter end. With everything he has got left in the tank, which is very, very little. Walter Belay grabs the head sweep by Ryan Kent after that belly-to-belly suplex. Now it is Ryan Kent who's starting to realize I can't play around with this guy. I've got to beat him as soon as I can. Seen this before from Belay. The cross armbar leg lock combination. Double damage, and Ryan Kent throughout this match has been worn down piece by piece, brick by brick by Walter Belay. Unwilling to submit though. Boot to the side of the head, overhand punch. It's becoming a slugfest back and forth, tit for tat as the end inches near against the ropes. Ryan Kent punching and punching. 1, 2. I mean, at what point do you step in? Does somebody say enough is enough? Ryan Kent is on the verge of killing his man. Kent's bravado nearly getting the better when Kent's got blood all over his hands. It's not even Walter Belay who's covered in blood anymore. Ryan Kent, too. Not his own blood. 3 amigos. And a third single knee face breaker. Both men are down. Ryan Kent stirring, using the ropes to lift himself up. But Belay, the sneakiest of sneaks. And Kent getting to his feet. Scoop slam. Ryan Kent, though, pushes him off, closes that distance. Luthez press, punching away, tearing into that gash. The blood seeping out. We're going to need to get a sanitation team in here after this match. Single knee rib breaker. Kent looking down at Walter Belay with disgust in his eyes, going back to the rings of Saturn. And I know Walter Belay is a prideful man, but come on, you got to think about tomorrow. You got to think about Ascendant 7, where he's defending his Unified World Tag Team titles. Will he even be in one piece come then? Not having any of it, though. Cheeky jab. Throws out a punch down the gullet. Ryan Kent. Third time's the charm. Kent clash. And there can be no way. 1, 2. I guess that's why they call him the Machine. This man isn't human. This man is not human. Ryan Kent has no idea how to proceed. He has thrown everything at Walter Belay. Every big move in his arsenal. But Walter Belay will not die. Jawbreaker. Kent closes the distance. Kick to the midsection, gets caught, clothesline. Belay, who can know how he is even still standing at this point. Bitter end. A wise choice to go right for the pin this time. 1, 2. Kent, I don't even know if he's actually conscious. That may have just been instinct with the Great White. Kimura locked in. Kent does not escape this time. Bolay twisting the arm, but Kent doesn't tap. But has he passed out from the pain? 1, 2, 3. He has. Walter Bolay is still the CMV Anarchy champion. Ryan Kent refusing to tap, but passed out from the pain. And Bolay somehow, someway is still Anarchy champion and has now tied Ryan Kent for most defenses of all time. One more and he'll break that record. Ryan Kent disappointed himself, but he shouldn't be. What a match. And if you thought the night was over after that, you are dead wrong, because we have still got our main event to come here on Supremacy episode 15, guys. Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton poised to take on their Ascendance adversaries, Brett Angel and Bob Luger. But whew, what an evening it has already been. Jason Spade, the brand new Zero-G champion, Angelo Babos, has seemingly joined the Gods Chosen after Proudfoot defeated him to retain the International Championship. We just saw one of the most epic Anarchy Championship matches, maybe the most epic I have seen in my days of calling CMV action. Walter Bolay tying Ryan Kent's long-standing record for most championship defenses of any title in CMV history. One more, and he will break yet another record. But he has earned a good few days off before Ascendance, where he's right back to the grind defending the Unified World Tag Team titles. But here in our main event, guys, definitely going to be an interesting dynamic. Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton, who are no strangers to one another. They've crossed paths before, and they're actually on pretty friendly terms. It's Brett Angel and Bob Luger that I am more worried about, because these two, not what I would call best pals. It was Brett Angel who actually wanted to face Xander Slate at Ascendant 7, but Bob Luger obviously got there before him. We're set to see Xander Slate versus Bob Luger, Extreme Rules at Ascendant 7. Shay Hoxton would rear his beautiful head and challenge Brett Angel to a match at Ascendant 7. And what has quickly become a very emotional collision. Xander Slate, as you can tell, his crown absent because of what Bob Luger did last week. You'll remember a few weeks ago, he stole Xander Slate's crown while Slate was appearing as a guest on Osiris's radio show. And last week melted it down. So Xander Slate, is he really a king without his crown? The king of the ring, though, trying to put that behind him, because on Ascendant 7, it goes down for real against Bob Luger. Anything goes. A match that is a long time coming. Meanwhile, Shay Hoxton is in for the biggest match of his wrestling career. His first ascendance, and he is co-main eventing against Brett Angel in what is, as I said before, quickly turned emotional for both individuals. A few weeks ago, Brett Angel called out Xander Slate, said he wanted the show at Ascendant 7, but instead Shay Hoxton came out and said that he once admired Brett Angel. When he first broke into wrestling, Brett Angel was who he wanted to be, but now Brett Angel is a shell of the former man he once was, or as he put it precisely, a husk. And it's hard to even disagree. I mean, I've said it multiple times throughout this season. Brett Angel is not the man we all once knew. Slowly but surely, his mental state is deteriorating. Shay Hoxton called that out. And I think that Hoxton, maybe inadvertently or maybe not, is bringing that old Brett Angel back. And Angel said himself, at Ascendant 7, you made a mistake because Shay Hoxton, you're being hailed as the next big thing, but after the show shows, people will ask what happened to Shay Hoxton, and the answer will be Brett Angel. The 5-time unmatched world champion, seeing a return to form, and I could not be happier. Last week, knocking off Pierre Thompson. A couple weeks before that, beat the very man that he teams with tonight, and Bob Luger. That's just yet another reason that I fear things might not be, smooth sailing between the two tonight. Last but most certainly not least, a man scorned who has made it his mission, came out of retirement just so that he could pay back Xander Slate for what he did. As soon as Bob Luger had his back turned, Xander Slate dug a dagger into the back of Randy Borton, Bob Luger's brother, Xander Slate's supposed brother, struck out on his own. For months, Xander Slate was sending shots at Bob Luger, saying, look at what happened. As soon as you're gone, and I'm let off of my leash, I become king of the ring, getting world title shots. I'm on the top of the world right now. You were holding me down, Luger, and so was Borton. But the work ethic titan was not having it. He busted his ass, rehabilitating, and came back just to deliver an ass kicking that will go down at Ascendant 7. A star-studded main event. Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton versus Brett Angel and Bob Luger. Things getting started with two of the biggest rivals in CMV history, Slate and Angel. Dragged to the center of the ring by arm and leg. Brett Angel hoists Slate up. It's 3 former world champions and a man who has been christened by many to be a future world champion, and Shay Hoxton. And that's exactly what Brett Angel said. You know, after Ascendant 7, after our match, and after I beat you, everybody's going to be wondering what the hell happened to Shay Hoxton. He was rising through the ranks. He was slated to be the, no pun intended, the next big thing. Well, Brett Angel's going to be what happened. Tag to Shay Hoxton, the S&S connection gracing our rings here. Modified at Northern Lights suplex, although Xander Slate and Shay Hoxton have never graced a ring together before, or even against each other. They have crossed paths. Tries to go for a hook to the jaw. Xander Slate running about at ringside. Back into the ring comes Angel. Nice arm drag by Hoxton. Gets the kick off to the chest, and Ascendance comes early. Look at Hoxton choking out Angel. Watch that 5 count, though. A lot of momentum on the line in this one. No, Hoxton doesn't have any ideas of shackling up with Chris Proudfoot either. Getting down onto his knees there and saying a quick prayer. Drop to hold by Hoxton. Dragging Angel away from the ropes. This is what Slate and Hoxton want to do. Keep Brett Angel isolated, wear him down. What any good tag team wants to do, as a matter of fact. Chokeslam by Shay Hoxton. Middle of the ring. 1, 2. They got 2 count, though. Shay Hoxton and Bob Luger square off. If Brett Angel will make a tag, and right now that is not looking likely. Hoxton showing Brett Angel exactly what he can expect this Saturday at Ascendant 721. Bridge to pin, but Bob Luger brings that bridge burning down. He quickly retreats back onto the apron before Xander Slate can get his hands on him. Shay Hoxton staying on top of Brett Angel like peanut butter on jelly, though. All 4 of these guys gotta know also that wearing down their opponents before Ascendance, this is a great opportunity. Shay Hoxton can inflict an injury on Brett Angel, vice versa, Xander Slate and Bob Luger, or the other way around. Brett Angel, single leg rocking and a kip up. Hoxton retreats to the outside. Brett Angel, though, and hot pursuit elbow right to the side of the head, and this is not going to end well. Scoop slam on the apron. That is exactly what I'm talking about. That can come back to bite Angel at Ascendance. Only a few days away. Hot tag, though, and here comes Bob Luger. My wish fulfilled. Hoxton and Luger, first time ever. Big boot. Calf kick. Missed that punch, though. Gets a forearm smash. Discus clothesline. Woo. Stomp evaded. Hoxton goes for the chokeslam. Walks right into a Coney Island cyclone, baby. 1. Xander Slate able to freely break the pin. Angel was still down, but not going to get out of the way of that. Emerald Fusion. Northern Lights driver. Now it's Bob Luger who's down on his knees as Shay Hoxton desperately tries to get back up to his feet. Goes to attack the shin. Power bomb by the work ethic titan. Break angle. Bob Luger is taking Shay Hoxton to town right now. First the pump handle driver. German suplex clothesline into the corner. The complexion of this match has most definitely changed. Hoxton was dominating Angel. Now it is Luger just running roughshod over the gambling man. Luger with the Luger landing. Xander Slate a front row seat. 1. Angel got to pick up the slack a bit. Even Bob Luger's getting a bit miffed. Like, do your job. Oh, he's got another one, though. And look at this. Brett Angel with vintage Angela Slate. Another Luger landing to Hoxton. Perfect. I thought these two would work well together. I was wrong. 1, 2, 3. Bob Luger. And Brett Angel victorious. I was dead wrong. What an ending there in perfect harmony. Brett Angel and Bob Luger putting their differences aside to dispatch of the S&S connection heading into Ascendant 7. But what I'm interested about is how Hoxton dominated Brett Angel while they were in the ring together. What does that mean heading into their match? We didn't see Slate and Luger interact at all in this match. But when it was Hoxton and Angel in that ring, it was completely one-sided. And here's the ending. Vintage Angel to Slate, took him out. A second Luger landing to Hoxton to seal the deal. Alright guys, as always, thank you for tuning in and watching along with me. If you are new to the stream, drop a follow so that you get those notifications when I go live, the next time of which will be on Friday, guys, as we kick off Ascendant 7 weekend with the biggest show in NGW history, Homebound. It is going to be a good one. If you did not see on the Discord, and I've mentioned throughout the show as well, both Ascendants Day 1 and Day 2 are going to be on Saturday. There'll probably be like an hour break in between. But yes, on Saturday, Ascendants Day 1 and 2, Homebound on Friday. But until then, you all know the details. Exclamation point join to give you a link to our website. Exclamation point Twitter and Discord to give you links to our social media. I hope you have a lovely rest of your Wednesday night. And I will see you when I see you. Bye.